going on, good people? You're truly EZDZ, one of the hosts of Chop Shop. To my right, the one and only AK Ruff, Greg Dawson's here kicking it with us. This week's episode is going to be a little different. Our brother, Dade City world famous Waldo, you're welcome. Not here with us tonight. Actually, a tragic accident yesterday. Late last night. I apologize. If you see our backdrop, you see Whitney Nicole was on the show last year back in May. Did a very good Mother's Day episode with Teresa Waldo's wife, and actually passed away last night. So it's tough. You know, this is the second death that we've had. I mean, the second person that's passed that's been on our show. It just puts a lot of stuff in perspective. I mean, she was younger than me, younger than you. 3 kids, 21, 16, 14, and it's tough. So I just thought, tonight we could just do something in memory of her. So we're going to keep the backdrop. You see the beautiful backdrop Torres assembled. So we're going to rock with that, for the night. So with that being said, I may go back to it, periodically throughout the show. Past couple weeks, got some college football, got some NFL football, but the big thing I think yesterday, and I know you ready to sink your chops into this, is the Tyreek Hill situation. Yesterday detained, excessive force was used, put face down on the pavement, right outside the stadium. Go ahead, do your thing.
And this was a traffic stop.
Yeah. Traffic stop.
And to my knowledge, I don't know if the original charge or the original incident came from some sort of reckless endangerment or reckless driving, or if he's just speeding. He was speeding. But how we go from speeding to handcuffs on a hot concrete with a knee in your back is beyond me. Well, it's not beyond me because we know why it happened. But what's crazy is you got people working on a police force who couldn't recognize who Tyreek Hill was, even though you can run this. When you stop the car, you ran the tag. That happens almost instantly.
And I think he was in a Lamborghini when they pulled him. So that's not the norm.
That wasn't Greg Doss?
Nah, that wasn't Greg Doss. He wasn't in a 2010 Cent. You know what I mean? So and you right outside the stadium. So I mean, but they called. Calais Campbell spoke about it today on First Take, and he said they reached out to security and had them. Made them kept them abreast of what was going on, but I don't think the NFL was happy. If you saw what he did when he scored yesterday,
yeah, like he had handcuffs on.
They had handcuffs on him, so I don't think the NFL was happy about that. Then you got a game coming up this upcoming Thursday. They play on a short week. They got Buffalo Thursday night. Yeah. So now it makes you put a look at law enforcement. And then they showed the golfer Steve Scheffler when he got arrested and did a comparison of how.
Night and day.
No, I'll be sure.
Yeah. Telling you how they feel about you too.
Yeah, I mean that's what's up, Parham. And I think that was the thing for me. It was tough to process.
He was belligerent.
Oh yeah, Scheffler was definitely he was cutting up showing out. But but that's the thing. Like Tyreek, he said he was very humble. Just he asked them why they stopped him, and like you said, there was no need for the force because, like I said, if you cooperate, and I know. And I told you a couple years ago, but I remember when Dante Morris killed the 2 cops on 50th Street. My mother-in-law lives in that area, so I'm going to her house, and I got pulled over. And I mean, I can still remember so vivid. I got my hands out the window. I'm cooperating. I don't want no trouble. I'm just trying to get here to pick up what I got to pick up, but I don't want no trouble.
I remember that night as well. I think, did you call me?
No, it was during the day, but I mean, it was just it freaked me out a little bit though. I talked to you that night though.
Maybe it was wife that called me, but the same 2 cops pulled me over.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I knew a little bit about them. So when I heard what happened, not that I would be condoning anybody dying, but I knew one of them had that kind of edge to him, but he happened to come up on an unfortunate situation, but he was I wasn't surprised.
But to me, they have the NFL with being such a powerful brand. Oh, he told the Wall said you'd have been mouthed off. They would have tased you for sure.
Hey, no, I don't have a problem. I'm going to jail. I've been arrested plenty of times. You go look me up. I'll deal with it when I get into the courtroom. But because of the things that Tyreek Hill, the Tyreek Hill thing, say, you said it was like 10, 12 hours later, could have been totally different.
Yeah, I mean, because he got pulled at 10 o'clock.
12 hours later,
right?
It could have been a totally different situation because you don't have as much going on outside, and all you need is as we've seen with the unfortunate Miss Massey situation. There's a lot of these people that are in uniforms, unfortunately, that don't carry they don't treat the responsibility that they have the way that they should. And I'm just glad that it was 10 o'clock in the morning, because if they had enough of whatever was going on to pull them out the car and throw them on the ground, again, this is a traffic stop.
Yeah, that's what Khalid Campbell, he was in handcuffs for like 25 minutes.
This is a traffic stop.
Right.
And anything you needed from him, you could have gotten when the door came up, the license and registration.
Right. But I think also on a grander scale, like I was saying about the NFL being one of the biggest brands in the world, that's something that they should have, where each city should have, where they interact with policemen, because that could have been, just like Shannon Sharp said, if it wasn't Tyreek Hill and just
Greg
Dawes, how did that situation come out?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And just like you said, how do you, as a officer in Dade County, and most guys that are in law enforcement are familiar with the sports figures in the area or in the community. So was this an attempt
in general?
Right. So was this an attempt to get you a prize? Hey, I pulled over Tyreek Hill. Because normally, and this is just what I've been told, that they've had certain players that are late, and they set them up with a convoy. Okay,
they'll escort you.
We're going to escort you. Just come on and
And that would have been the thing that I would have thought would have happened from there. It's like, man, you got to be late. I got to be here at 10:30. Oh man, come on, let's go.
Right.
And woo, and then he goes on in. They going about their business.
Right.
How many times did that happen for Lawrence Taylor?
Several.
Yeah.
Several. But that's why I think sometimes that the badge doesn't always mean that you're gonna do right with it.
We're gonna go to the next subject. Right.
I'm putting it out there. I'm just trying to get your take on to see what you think.
Hey, listen, I believe I have an ongoing case, 22 CV 129 in the Middle District Court. Tells you what I think about some of these the local people. So yeah, but that's from a traffic stop. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me at all.
But my main concern is that I sit back and think, we in Tampa, so you got young kids, college kids, high school kids that are out driving, and who's to say that you are confronted by one of those type cops with that same agenda?
I'm not one of them, and I've had some interesting exchanges and interchanges on the side of the road. But like I said, I don't have a problem going to jail because the side of the road is not the place to win a discussion. My frustration with this situation is you pulled over, you say, it was a Lamborghini, right? Or
he was in a Lamborghini. If I'm not mistaken, he was in a Lambo.
And there's a tag on the back of that Lamborghini. So once you pulled him over and you made the decision to pull him over, there's some protocol. What it is exactly for down there, I don't know, but I'm sure at some point they ran that tag.
Yeah.
And on recognition, you know what I'm telling me? You couldn't look at this guy and tell he's Tyreek Hill?
I don't know. Like I say, it's more
he's
stuff
not Jimmy
come
Butler.
out.
He's probably not as famous on face as Jimmy Butler in Miami yet, and he's definitely not wasn't what LeBron would be. But he's probably the top 2 or 3 recognizable people in Miami right about now.
That's safe to say, because if you sat back and you talked about the Miami Dolphins, that's probably the first name that comes up.
Right.
But
and it is Sunday.
Yeah.
And we're outside the stadium.
Yeah, outside the stadium. So it's driving a $300,000 car, with the wife being on. He come to play I don't think he come to get tickets that early. I don't think he come to, to watch the game that early. So,
Little ugly ninja with, that he stands out.
Yeah, he does. And I just think that was a frustrating thing for me to see that it really puts me in a real tough place, because all law enforcement are not bad people.
Oh, not at all, man.
And I know some guys, sheriffs, policemen, and they're good people. They're good-hearted people.
And they have a difficult job as it is.
Right.
And what gets me is the ones who are really great, which I believe is a great majority of them, tend to be silenced by those who are not really good, because you all are the ones that we would expect to go pull them to the side and be like, hey, dude, what were you really going through, dude?
Yeah.
You know, we have a job as difficult as it is, but we don't need the community looking at us like, what the hell you got going on?
Right.
Because if it had turned any other way, oh my Jesus.
Right.
Miami could be on fire right now.
And that's what they were saying, like, what if he didn't make the game? How do you explain that? He didn't make the game. That's why I say I don't understand. With just so many missing pieces
or if
to
your
it.
mistreatment of him had actually injured him, where he was unable to play.
Right.
So.
And that's what Calais Campbell said when they got, finally got situated. When he went into the locker room, he sat alone, for a while, frustrated, flustered and to still come out and play and had a game that he had,
Yeah.
And I know, like I said, the NFL was not happy with what he did, his end zone celebration. I don't know if that was just something off the rip, we're going to do this. I don't know.
You shouldn't be happy about the fact that that anybody, player or otherwise, was so had a situation that was a traffic stop, was so mismanaged by the local law enforcement.
But I still go back to the same narrative. I mean, like, you got good cops, you got bad cops, you got corrupt cops, and if you don't know who Tyreek Hill is, that's a problem. Now, if you maybe say if you didn't know who Jalen Waddle was, or Devin, Shawnee.
If you know who Tua was,
I could. But like you said, it's even like, for example, we live in Tampa. How do you not know Mike Evans? You know what I mean?
You know him almost immediately.
How do you not know Mike Evans? Like, and that's what I go back to. And, I was told, hey, all guys don't watch sports. But I said, if you're in law enforcement, you work events.
And you were probably working that event because that may be overtime.
Yeah, that's safe to say, because I know at the game we attended yesterday, a lot of sheriffs were on patrol yesterday, throughout the stadium, inside the stadium.
You think they sold donuts to pay them?
No, they ain't sell those, but no, they sell donuts. They get, like you said, double, triple time. They working,
and the NFL has the power and money to pay them.
Absolutely, but like you say, but you want to create a safe environment for everybody.
Right.
Fans as well as players.
Which goes to my original point. Unless their argument or their contention is that Tyreek Hill was doing something unsafe, it's a traffic stop.
Right. I mean, I totally agree with you. Like I said, I still go back
about traffic.
Right. AI.
We're not talking about dune buggy riding. We ain't talking about riding in the street like Ruff riders. Yeah. He wasn't doing no wheelies.
No, Tay, just chill. Why don't you get you some rest, Tay? We're gonna have you come back in. Tay, I need you to come in. No, you just chill, get you some rest, bro.
Tay happy, huh?
Well, no, just like I say, I'm still stuck on just for the fact that you talking about driving to work. Yeah, but I'm talking about just driving
to work.
And you in a $300,000 vehicle. How do you not know that's Tyreek Hill? Go ahead, sir. Proceed.
There's a tag on the back too.
I understand you said it a couple times. They got a tag on the back. Maybe a Dolphins tag.
Probably personalized.
Yeah, probably personalized. So that's what I'm saying. So to not know who he is.
Oh, there's some questions that definitely trying to get answered, and they're going to do some PR on that, right? Yeah.
Who, the Dolphins?
No, the city's police department.
Oh, they already did. They came out and said that he was being difficult. That he was not resisting, but yeah, he wasn't cooperating.
When he said, "Why did you stop me?"
During that whole ordeal.
What? Why did you stop me? Why'd you pull me over?
Throughout the whole thing, they just said that he just wasn't being cooperative.
Before they pulled him over, or
we got to appreciate it. I appreciate it, though, man.
After they pulled him over, he was being uncooperative. By doing what specifically?
Well, I didn't get the full.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't get the full thing either.
But I still go back, like I said, and it's gonna come out. Whatever it is, whatever it does, it's gonna come out. I just think
the question was, may I ask why you pulled me over, officer?
That's not being difficult.
No. That's being a citizen of the greatest country in the world. That's not being difficult. I would not, as if I was in law enforcement, I wouldn't be offended by that question. Oh, sir, I think you're traveling outside. You're traveling above the speed limit. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry about that, man. I'm just trying to get to work. I play for the Dolphins.
and that could have triggered, hey, okay, my bad, I know that. What's your name? You get people that just say, but you get people that do that though, for real. They don't know. I'm Tyreek Hill. Okay, you get that.
Yeah.
Some people don't know. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I don't mean to change subjects, but Derrick Brooks came into my old job's office, and we had talked about it, hyped it up. Derrick Brooks coming in. He came in. The lady said, "Well, who's this guy everybody's going crazy about?" I said, "That's Derrick Brooks, Hall of Fame linebacker." And she did not know.
She did not know he went to Florida State either.
She didn't know. She did not know. But you know what's funny? She knew Mike Allstott.
On the same team.
She knew Mike Allstott. Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I know Mike Allstott." I mean, her friend had married Mike Allstott.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, you did she's like, I didn't know.
He had any other teammates?
I didn't. I was just like, because when she did, I was kind of like, I didn't really catch myself because, he came and we took a picture and he walked around about 15, 20 minutes, left. So, and I was like, I talked with him. So everybody else was like just gawking. But when he walked past me and I was introduced to him, I was the only one that was really introduced to him. Okay. So, he walked around, waved, but I shook his hand, talked to him, took a picture with him. So the coworker was like, "Oh my God, who is that guy? Like, why is everybody going so crazy about this guy?" I'm like, that's Derrick Brooks. She's like, "Who's he?" I said he played for the Bucks, Hall of Fame,
Super Bowl,
Defensive Player of the Year. And I started running off his accolade with the Florida State. She's like, "Oh,
should have started with that one." But yeah.
And she's like, I didn't know who he was. I was like, okay. She's like, "I know Mike Allstott. I know him." I was like, okay. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. But here we go again. Some people really do not know.
Glad she's not in law enforcement.
But let me say, in her defense, I don't know a lot of hockey players by face.
That's understandable.
What's up, P? But I just so it's just the Tyreek Hill situation was definitely unfortunate, and I hope that the NFL gets to it. And I got Billy Helms just said he been to Jazz in the Garden in the area, and he said he can't even see how you can speed. So they crawl about 2 miles, and that's what I was thinking too, because if you out in that traffic, they tailgating. So how reckless can you be? You know what I mean?
Tell Bill, I say I appreciate it. Thanks for Bill for making it clear to me what I know it is.
I get it, but I still go back to the same thing. Though it's just
I'll be pleasant on Shop. I know exactly what it was.
And if you feel that this is your moment to do that, the floor is yours.
They're giggling, carrying on.
I'm just saying. I'm understanding what you're saying. It's tough.
Well, it ain't tough. It's obvious, is what it is.
It is. No doubt about it.
So it's the police union
that said he. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that he was uncooperative.
Naturally, the same police union that oddly enough endorsed a 34-time convicted felon who's been twice convicted of SA. That guy, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so see, Dawson's already on 10. So let's take our first break of the day, Torres. I'm blaming you for getting them started. It's your fault. So today you got to be accountable. So as we do, like I say, what's up, Jeff? What's going on, Kelsey? Every show we do, we dedicate to my man Will D that left us. Got some good stuff out there for you. Cigar Life, CIGARLIFE.com. Go check him out. And Tony Wilder, he thought FSU going to the Claremont Winston Park Tater Chip Bowl this year.
That's okay.
We're going to talk about that when we come back for the break. And double let's let everybody know what you got going on, Ruff.
Oh, I forgot to say also the same guy that wants to just shoot down illegal immigrants when they enter the country, have police just shoot them on the site. I don't even know how that's going to work.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, I'm Greg Doss, GD non-attorney pro se consultants, and I try to do what I can to help individuals navigate the sometimes difficult journey of courtrooms when it comes to self-representation. I do not give legal advice because I'm not an attorney. I don't have a license to practice law. You can see my disclaimer on my YouTube page, which, by the way, one day Torres and I will get back on that because for some reason we're getting a little bit of an uptick in people who come on. And for the trolls, I actually did a video today entitled How to Navigate My Dropbox. If I ain't gotten bashed up, I probably made Torres do it. But you can see inside the Dropbox, you'll be able to see you see my courtroom dockets, and you can hear audio from my other probably 60 or 70 appearances inside of courtrooms, so you can hear it. Okay. As a hopefully either a motivation as to why you should go get you an attorney to help you, or why you should just not lay down. So you can catch us at GDNAPSC.com. And, of course, YouTube, Greg Doss, GDNAPSC.
Okay. We do not own the rights to this music. Like I say, with Nicole, this is your show tonight, baby. We rest on, and we definitely thinking about you, praying for the kids and all those that you impacted and touched. So this is your episode this evening. Give us something. We'll be right back. We're back with about a minute and a half. What's going on, good people? You're truly EZDZ. Waldo's not, world famous Waldo's not with us today. A.K.A. Ruff, my brother's right here to my right. As you see behind us, the beautiful Whitney Nicole, who we just lost less than 24 hours ago, tragic automobile accident. So, next topic I want to get into, man, is kind of dealing with our game of the week that we cover. Hillsborough County schools. And I'm not talking about private schools. I'm talking about
and that's the problem too.
I'm talking about your main core schools. Okay,
that's an issue too.
It is, but I'm just gonna throw this out and just put this in perspective. I went to the Carrollwood Day game. Plant. That was our game week 1.
How many problems you have?
0. Got to park. Got to come in. Have a seat.
Watch the game.
Right. Week 2, we do Plant City at Dade. Great crowd, no foolishness. I mean, that with Jerome Parham. He on Facebook clowning, had to recant his statement a little bit, but that's another conversation. You know, I got to clown with you, Parham. Last week, I'm coming home. No, excuse me, 2 weeks ago, coming home from the Red Plant City game. They're talking about gang fighting on Facebook for the Sumner Armwood game. Come to find out, a young kid got shot in the Publix parking lot of the subdivision that I live in.
Yeah.
Now, Hillsborough County said, hey, what we're going to start doing from now on, because the game this past week for Tech Armwood sold out like Wednesday. Okay? So, you sit back and think, now, this is just my thought, and I'm going to see what you think about it.
Where they at Tech this year, right?
It was at Armwood.
No, where's Armwood Tech this year? Where is it?
They played Friday.
Okay.
It was at Armwood, but I'm thinking this is just my thought. we have to control the narrative with this violence. And parents, if you let your kids come to games and they not, like they're saying, if anybody under, I want to say, if you're a high school kid, you got to have a chaperone with you to go to games.
Wild.
Or if not, then do this. Move to Little League games. Well, you got to do something.
Because Little League is a bigger business than high school.
But so then when are you gonna move the games to? Because if you got kids, and let's just put this in perspective, if you got kids that are coming to games with no intention of going, they're coming just to fight. They have no intention on watching the game. They coming to fight, and that's the thing. And
that's just
I
wild
played,
to me.
and don't get me wrong, we got into a lot of trouble growing up in Atlanta. We was in high school, but we never went to a game
to start fighting,
hoping we're gonna fight. So you talk about taking a shower, getting dressed, throwing your little cologne on.
to go fight.
To go fight.
To go get funky.
Yeah. To get your shirt ripped, get, scratched up,
And then
bloody or whatever.
And then you're gonna go back home, and I wonder when some of these young people go home, what do their parents think when you walk in looking like you've been doing something? They just certain questions just don't get asked anymore.
But I had to ask myself, like, are the parents really in connection with their children?
That's the point I'm making, because I'm like, I know how you are with money. Not that you're cheap or anything, but anyway.
No, I'm not. But go ahead, you try me. Go ahead.
Okay, but if he came in there with something you don't put on him and it's ripped up, you're not gonna say anything.
But I just want to
what would Gary say?
Oh yeah, that's an argument. That's a confrontation. Like what happened to you? Well, okay, we got into it with some guys. Did y'all start it? No.
What they got to do with you?
Huh?
What did all that had to do with you?
Nothing, but like I say, you with the crowd you with. So I mean,
Yeah, that's how it's gonna sound, right? What they got to do with you?
Basically, but I mean, I think also with that is that you have a lot of times we and I say that because Pelham's on here now listening. Pelham got a son, play ball at Berkeley. Ain't no problems at Berkeley. Ain't no problems at Jesuit. Ain't no problems at Tampa Catholic, Stephanie Christian, Carrollwood Dade. I could throw in Durant. We shouldn't have problems at high school football games.
I never would have thought there'd be any at Sumner just based on the demographic.
But the thing is, they are coming out now. They got these gangs, and we meeting up at this game. So now social media is circulating.
Sheriff Chronister will be on that real quickly, especially the way things are changing out there anyway.
But just
it
like I
shouldn't be
said,
that way.
but it shouldn't be. It should be
not at all.
Let's go. Like I told you, I went to the Carrollwood Day game, enjoyed the game, watched the game. Went to the Plant City Durant game. Durant jumped out quick. Plant City got back in the game. Really, really good game. I mean, competitive. Plant City had their side. Durant had their side. They was loud, but eventually, like third quarter, they started letting people come in the game because they said it was sold out. Like, well, it still got room. But a lot of people now are nervous
because
that fact. When you see these groups of kids, 8 or 9 deep, they coming to do something.
They're not coming to watch the game, and
and that's the fear, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you have people that are paying tickets or trying to pay for tickets, and there are no tickets available, like Armwood sold out Wednesday, and I know that game didn't sell out, but they're only giving out a lot of the amount of tickets.
But where is it?
The game. This was past Friday.
No, where?
It was at Armwood.
It was at Armwood, okay.
Sefner. But see, now this week, Plant travels to Tech. Durant goes to Armwood.
Ain't gonna be a problem with Durant and Armwood.
It shouldn't be. Should be a problem at Plant Tech.
No, there's not going to be one because they understand. Tech's going to Plant?
No.
Plant's coming to Tech.
Plant coming to East Tampa.
Ain't gonna be no issue.
I mean, you don't want to see that, but why are we taking time on this platform to discuss possible violence at high school football games?
A place where everybody should know how to just go and have a good time.
Anybody that's listened to this show was part of the high school experience. Either you played, you was in the band, you went to games, hung out at games, but fighting was just not. That was never something that was thought of.
No, only thing. Well, that's kind of crazy. I thought that they only would most likely be focused with, other than the camaraderie, is whatever is going on the field. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, but I still go back to the same thing where you got the kids today. Like I say, the parents are so out of sync with their kids. But like you said, if you go into games and you 3-4 cars deep, that means you anywhere from 14 to 15 people with you.
Easy.
So it doesn't say you going to watch a game. That don't even, I mean, but I just, and now it puts me in a place where do we really want to go do games? Well, you got to worry about foolishness.
Yeah.
Do you really want to do that? I'm talking about a kid got killed in Ruskin, Wild Mama, Sun City. I mean, got shot at Publix.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
and you talking about they letting out shots 12:50 at night. I was never out at 12:50 on a Friday night. Not in high school. Wasn't even thought of.
It ain't nothing that kids can be mad at some other kid. You can't get that mad at another kid about nothing. So
I think that's the troubling thing that people and like Parham said, new era, these kids don't give a damn about any parents, let them, and that's why I say, but there's no structure. But I go back to the same thing, is that our parents knew what we were doing.
Yeah,
your parents knew what you had in your room. Right. I knew my mom, she was gonna snoop. She looking.
Was it your room?
No, you just live here.
You just live here.
Yeah, you just live here. These are your quarters, but this ain't your. No, this ain't yours.
Yeah, exactly.
You just here, you know, because ain't nowhere for you to go. You're not of age.
Yeah.
To get put out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it, and that's why I think for nowadays is that the narrative has to change, where you have to have communication with your children, and also where you know what your children are doing.
You would think that a caring parent would want.
Because I'm telling you like this. I went to the only bad thing about the Durant game. They concession stand will never slow up. Durant. they were swole. They were swole from kickoff to when I walked out. I walked out with like 2 minutes left, and they were still swole. So I don't know if they need more workers out there, but they
got a good child like that.
The line looked like it. I never went over there. I wasn't finna go through that.
Let me know. I'm pretty sure at the end of the game I can circle back around.
But they got a couple games they got coming. Okay, he said he called his wife Cheryl Grady. She checking everybody room. There you go. Yeah, you got to do that.
Got to, yeah.
You got to. You got to know what your kids doing, what they got in your house.
Don't need no surprises. That's for sure.
Right. That's even like you sit back there. I don't mean to dwell on this, but the young kid that killed the people last week in Georgia. How do you not?
Right. Well, actually, they did know, and apparently the mother called the school around about 35, 40 minutes before it happened. But what gets me is the father being fully, and he finna find out. Yeah. He gone.
Right.
He's gone.
Right.
You give your son an AR-15 when you know that he has not only mental issues, but that there's some other issues going on at school. And after you all were aware of it, you give it to him the next week.
Yeah, it took me back to Sandy Hook, Uvalde. You sit back and think like, what is it today? And a lot of people say, the bullying and, we all went through things. We all had different things, but to get to a point where, you know what? I'm gonna get me a gun and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna shoot
a bunch of people.
People at school. Why?
How? How do you? What is going on in that dome of that cat that a young people? I want to kill people. Yeah, it's wild. It's
depressing because once again now you got families got to bury children.
Have already done it.
Fathers,
mothers,
just crazy. And then how do you expect kids' psyche
to ever be right?
On something that's something that'll be traumatic for the rest of your life.
All right.
You sit back and think it just put in perspective. Columbine was 25 years ago in April.
Wow.
And just to sit back and think, before Columbine, stuff like that didn't go on. I remember one year, I think 1985, we had summer school at Brown High, which is no longer, it was in the West End of Atlanta. Dude got shot, and that was like just unheard of.
Right.
Like how this kid got a gun at summer school and shot somebody.
Right.
Didn't kill him, but like I say, but it's just to even think like that.
I want to shoot you.
Yeah. You might as well dudes come to school, they gonna fight, bump or whatever, but it just wasn't never about okay.
Fight. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my gun and I'm getting somebody gun and I'm gonna kill somebody.
Right.
They don't even go together, man. Like all that's crazy. Real crazy. Insane. Now, I want to get into What you want to do first, Deion or college football in the state of Florida first?
They're both equally bad right about now. So
Well, let's do Deion. Deion,
it's
Colorado
Torres' fault.
Buffaloes went to Nebraska. Got thumped 28-10. Shiloh Sanders
In
fractured his
Nebraska,
forearm.
and they took their feet off.
Yeah, Nebraska, they did let up. Shadur got a lot of criticism because he spoke about the offensive line and then actually left the field
early
before the game was over. And I just my thought process, and I'm arguing with my good brother Dante yesterday. He feels that Shadur Sanders will be a top 2-3 pick.
Not at all.
I just don't see it.
And if he was, it went out the window Saturday.
But
you can't repair that.
well, I mean, scouts are going to look at it. I mean, it could have been like a moment, you're frustrated, but it goes back to the same thing, though. I've realized that Deion is a – go ahead.
What drafted quarterback is not the franchise?
Well, definitely top 3, absolutely. I mean, they –
Okay, so when you're drafted there, I was using that within your context.
Okay.
You're the franchise.
Yeah, you the face.
Okay, so I got offensive linemen that you don't come in Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, C.J. Stroud. You don't come in that. You're just another player.
Okay.
So if you calling them out because they had a bad day or they had a day against,
They got to be accountable too.
They're competing.
Right.
And the people they competed against were
Yeah,
just
T.
a little
Wall
better.
just said Prime is a recruiter. He isn't a coach.
Yeah, me and Dub was talking in between all the other foolishness.
Okay.
That Tony Walton starts people on my pages, not me. But
Y'all be clowning.
No, that's
Y'all
Tony.
be clowning.
That's Tony taking everybody to hell with him. But
Like you said, don't lie to give a 28 points. But it's the same thing. It's like I saw a guy make a play and they were down, I want to say 21-0. And I'm like, just play football. You don't got to be all animated. Just play football.
you know what really hurt them though? When the boy missed the interception. And you knew that it was that day. When
Yeah, a lot of stuff fell for
when
him,
he
but-
jumped the route and then missed it and the ball tips back, the guy catches it and runs into the end zone.
Now I'm going to ask you this. Shadur leaves this year. Travis Hunter leaves this year. Do you see Deion staying at Colorado?
Yeah.
I don't see it. I really, really don't. And I told my oldest CJ.
If he's not there, it's because he gets fired. But if he's
No, he won't get fired. But I can really see him, and I'm throwing this out here now. I said USC, but I think SC may be okay unless they fizzle out. With the Big Ten stars. Don't be surprised if he's back in the state in Gainesville. I wouldn't be surprised. Because Florida.
Now,
I said Gainesville. Florida needs something to inject.
Yeah, buddy.
So then you look at they schedule.
But prime time coaching at the University of Florida ain't ready for that.
Well, I mean, but they
didn't hire Charlie Strong, so I know they ain't
they
ready.
didn't hire Charlie, but Charlie Strong's not Deion Sanders.
Okay.
So you got to keep that in mind. Deion's going to get players, just like Tony says, but you got to have guys around you that can coach. And I think, truthfully, don't get me wrong, Steve Spurrier had great people around him. He just facilitated. Now, he hell of an offensive guru, but he had a lot of great. You got Bob Stoops from that.
Yeah.
Mark Stoops.
Yeah.
What's my other boy? Not Mullen. Was Mullen with him?
I'm trying to think. Who was his DC?
Stoops. Bob Stoops. He called his own plays.
He also had a quarterback coach,
right,
on that team. I can't remember.
But he had, and that's what like Tony said. They got athletes at Florida, but just imagine if Deion took the Florida job. Now you get the kids that are okay. Well, he's definitely gonna plug Central Florida, so he'll probably get everything from, and I say slow Cala, all the way down to say Fort Myers that he wants. You could dabble a little bit of Jacksonville, sprinkle a little bit of Tallahassee.
Would he have any NIL money?
And they got a bunch of money because, see, once again, Gainesville is a college town. So DJ Lagway, true freshman. Napier right now, they beat Sanford. They got Texas A&M this week.
They ain't going to win that.
Possibly won't. Not that they played Kentucky. They got a mean. Their November is mean.
Yeah, ain't beat them in 4 years.
So South Carolina, I think
they'll beat them.
I don't know. South Carolina just beat Kentucky. So I mean, SEC is now people say it's top heavy, but
it's week in, week out though, football.
Right, but then not to mention you still got LSU, still got Texas, still got Georgia, Still got Florida State. So 3-9 or 5-7 looks, and that's like Tony said, a lot of coaches don't want to coach on the prime, but I think that he'll get enough guys to come that they could revitalize football in Gainesville. Even though it's a splash higher.
I think he may actually end up in Tallahassee.
No, I don't think. I'm telling you. Let me tell you two things that stick out. When he wanted the job, they didn't give it to him, and I think Deion is a man of where, you know what, I'm out to prove. So it's a lot of that goes with it. So I don't know, and he's not coaching per se because he has money.
Yeah, true.
So it's not about money. But if you can go, if I can't get to USF, just didn't open the check. I don't think they opened the checkbook, and they wanted to get a lot of things. But University of Florida is an established program.
Absolutely.
You'll be in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
You play in top tier competition, and you're going to draw top tier athletes, and you got top tier money to give them. Don't forget that.
Oh, we got to be in Tallahassee. But I said, you saying he might be slighted. He might feel slighted.
Right, because you didn't give me the job. You know, that's like back then didn't want me, like Mike Jones said. Now I'm hot. No. All on me. So that's going to be interesting to see. But like you said, but like Tony Watson, what has he done? I said, but he generates a buzz. And that's what people that we live in that society now.
T-Dub is kind of like me, but I need you to win. I think that part of his issue may be that his son is there. His sons are there.
So if his sons leave,
I think that they'll be all right.
What I saw,
how many quarterbacks you think he missed recruiting because his sons were there?
Okay, I get that, but also with that is that what you said last year in the offseason was that you got dogs coming in this year. What did you see Saturday? Now keep in mind you struggle with North Dakota State.
And we'll
who's the one? And now you got Colorado State this upcoming Saturday.
Who just got their doors blown? And they
What's going on, Coach? So that's not going to be
it's a revenge game,
right? So that's what I'm saying. So then you get into the stretch of the Big 10, Big 12, where I think you play Utah again. You got Arizona. You got Kansas State. So those are games. Kansas. Those are games that maybe you look at in the beginning that look good, but just the casual fan. And I'm a big supporter. I love Prime, probably my all-time favorite athlete.
Me too.
But I think that's the thing. Like, and then Shedeur don't like to run
at all.
So you got to use your legs. Like Jaden Daniels yesterday, when he felt pressure, he got out.
He took off.
You know,
he didn't run backwards.
He runs forward.
I've never seen Shedeur run forward. He's always backing up.
Yeah, because once again, I think Shedeur, in his mind, I think he thinks he's the best player on the field, so I can do what I want to, and that's not always the case.
And if you can't do it in Boulder, you damn sure ain't gonna do it on Sunday.
Thank you. But that's why I told me and Dade, he was like, man, he's gonna be a top 4 pick. I said, I don't know.
He's not gonna be a top 4 pick after this week. Just not because of the performance on the field. He had a decent game on the field with what he had going on. It's the way that he carried himself afterwards, and I think he's a damn good talent. I don't know what it is, but it's not just that he's prime son, but you're a prime son in this era where things are given to you. You make it, and I broke this down. His NIL money this year is $4.7 million. Puka Nacua, starting wide receiver for the Rams, rookie deal is worth $4 million. He has to do 2 more years. So Shadeur's making more money this year in college
than Puka's making
without performing
playing pro football.
And he's not going to be the rookie of the year anywhere he goes.
Right. So just show you how the NIL has changed. Now
Puka was the rookie of the year, right? I know he
maybe offensive, if I'm not mistaken. No, C.J. Stroud was.
C.J. Stroud was the rookie of the year.
So let's move forward. We talk about college football in the state of Florida. We look at Florida State.
Yeah, go ahead and get out the way.
Well, we got to talk about it because they were.
Yeah, we were.
They were touted going into the season. Preseason ranked number 10.
DJ Ugly.
A lot of people felt a travesty because they did not make it to the playoffs last season. You come out, Georgia Tech, game overseas. You lose by 7. Some people can say, okay, maybe they weren't ready. Traveling.
How you not ready when you have supposingly?
I'm trying to use the excuse. I'm trying to use the excuse outlet. Then you come back 9 days later, and catch a Boston College team that you're favored to beat by 18, and they push you around the entire game.
We were never in.
Right. So Florida played Miami.
Overwhelmed.
But Miami and I'm gonna throw this out here now. I'm gonna ask you, give me your top 5 teams in the state of Florida. 1A.
Miami. USF.
Okay. Where you put UCF?
It's probably. I'm trying to think.
Or do you put FSU?
FSU, UCF, Florida.
Okay. I agree with that because even like South Florida, shout out to South Florida. South Florida fought
that score
and
not
played.
indicative
No,
of
definitely not. They scored 3 touchdowns in the last 8 minutes of the game.
Right.
But it was a 1-possession game. It was 21-16.
To that point, yeah.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. But as a South Florida and watching the game, because I watched a good chunk of the game, there's a couple of plays that they missed.
Like last year, I got to tell you last year, here and there's a couple of plays. If
Right.
you make it, the game is different moving forward.
But I think what it showed is that when you have these depth charts where you can go 2-3 deep and you got 4 or 5-star guys, and for your smaller schools, they got 2-3 stars, it sticks out.
Well, if I can rotate 3 and you can't rotate at all,
Right.
or you rotate every so often, come third and fourth quarter, it's going to show.
I agree. But I think that's the troubling part is that South Florida, like I said, they got Miami in a couple of weeks, and I'm sure they're going to be excited for that. You know, home game to play in front of their crowd. Miami has Ball State this week, which should be a blowout.
It's like, fam.
Yeah, but I mean, those are money games, so you get them the money to come down, get whooped.
Don't be in Northern Illinois though.
Yeah, now see that's what I wanted to get into, like with when these schools schedule these money games, and then like somebody else struggled to win their game. Somebody else was playing the team. Penn State struggled with Bowling Green.
Yeah.
And they only beat Bowling Green by 6.
Yep.
You know, so when you start scheduling these money games and they don't.
And Tulane had.
Tulane, but that wasn't a money game. They go, Tulane is
Well, they're at home, but yeah.
they AAC, but it was a home game. But like I say, Kansas State definitely, you know, they brought a crap. They only won by 7. Shout out Mario Williams, had a big game. He's been playing good ball so far this season. Plant City high graduate. But I'm watching Florida State, man, and I don't think they're going to.
We're going to struggle to win 6 games this year.
Well, they got Memphis, and Memphis, if I'm not mistaken, is I think State's favorite to beat Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Mike Norwell Bowl. So we're gonna get into that. When we come back, we're gonna get into this NFL, man, and do the Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13. We got a couple of things we're gonna bring out to y'all too. So this break gonna be brought to you by my man Carlos Martin of the Auto Repair Center. Yeah, Carlos with them Bucks, man. The Bucks want to know right now, so he on them. I get it. 813-443-4730, 7101 North 40th Street, Tampa, Florida, VC. What I'm rocking tonight, Chop Shop. Go check the brand out there online, www.elevateddesigns.net, 813-400-7015. Got some good stuff for you. So as you know, we do not own the right to this music. The show we're doing tonight is for this beautiful young lady behind me, man, Whitney Nicole. Just left us last night. So, hey, prayers to your family, and I know when she came on last year, she spoke about her mom, and I think that's probably the toughest thing is to bury your child. Ooh. That's heartbreaking. Then my heart goes out to Waldo's wife, Tereva, who's lost 2 good friends in the span of 2 months. Life is precious, man. So I tell people, tell people you love them while they're here, man, because there are no guarantees on nothing. So we'll be right back. Or you don't want to write this music, give us a quick break. We'll be right back at it. No, we don't. right, what's going on, good people? You're truly EZDZ. Got my man, A.K. Ruff, over here kicking it. What? Get out the shower.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Okay, he gonna fix it. So
Hopefully, you ain't got no kind of foolishness going on over there.
yeah, Tori, you ain't got no OnlyFans access on here, do you? Don't have us jammed up, man. I don't want sponsors.
I don't want nobody kicking in the
Y'all
door.
about to get it, say, man, what they got going on? Yeah, keep it right there, Tori. Stop playing. He might have some OnlyFans footage on here, man.
Hey, I don't want to know.
Okay, now, Tori, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do that to me. So, also, yeah, man, we lost James Earl Jones today too.
Oh man,
93 years old, man.
Boy, look at here.
My son Wooks. Who told you that?
Yeah.
Simi. Wipers. I might watch Coming to America.
I gotta watch.
He's got his own money.
He got his own money, yeah.
Your own money.
I'm telling you, listen, and it's so funny that, when you go watch movies back then, you don't know the cultural impact that it will have.
Well, I remember Claudine.
Yeah, I remember that too. But that Coming to America was just, that was classic.
No, I find your lack of respect disturbing. Turn on loose, Vader, as you wish.
Simi. Oh yeah. Also, speaking of the Wood, so let's put a real good King's Care. I forgot. Got to show King's Care some love.
Here come the OnlyFans again.
Yeah, I don't know what Turri got going. I gotta watch Turri, man. Turri's out here tripping.
Get away from this dude.
What Turri got going on, man?
People,
OnlyFans. I mean,
a couple fat toes.
hey, kingscare.com. Go check the brand. Support the brand. www.kingscare.com.
You need to wash your feet.
made for a king, but made by a queen. Go check them out. They in a couple places. They on Amazon. They got a couple spots out here in Brandon.
Where Odell playing this year? Miami. Right?
Yeah, he's out there. He passed by when they had Turbot yesterday.
Wow.
Him too. He was one. Him, Jonas Smith, and Calais Campbell. Crazy as it sounds, yeah. So they had them on now. Torres got a toilet on here, man. What you got going on, Torres? You got a toilet. Okay, well, yeah. Well, help me out, Torres. Okay, help me. Okay, yeah.
I got a bad neck. I can't.
Okay, I ain't gonna put that pressure on you there. Yeah. I don't want to get banned out here, man. So let's get into it.
Torres got his thumb out there on this.
Yeah, so real quick, we finna get into the. Yesterday we got a game tonight, but this past week, first full weekend of NFL football. I'm gonna ask you two questions.
Best time in America, ain't it?
Yeah,
bro?
definitely the best time of the year right here. What were you most pleasantly surprised about yesterday?
Pleasantly surprised about?
Yeah. Or you caught the Thursday, Friday game too?
That C.J. Stroud really is good.
Okay. And your disappointment?
It wasn't disappointment. I knew it was coming watching the Falcons get beat. But also, I wasn't disappointed. I also knew it was going to come was Caleb Williams getting his moment of humility, because if it wasn't for that defense and special teams.
Right. He played bad.
No,
they
but I
found a way to win.
Somebody say, you feeling a little nervous? No, I don't never get nervous.
But it's three guys that stuck out to me.
Jalen Daniels
over the weekend
yesterday too.
He ain't got enough around him. He don't have
at all.
He ain't got enough
around him. He ain't got enough blocking for him.
He ain't got enough blocking, but you got to have guys.
You got a good running back. You got a good wide receiver.
But you're not using them. So I mean, I'm at the game yesterday. So I mean, like Terry McLaurin he had one target in the.
And he only caught one ball.
Two.
Caught two yesterday.
2 for 17 yards, 3.7 if you play fantasy.
There you go.
That's what he got for points. But three people.
And Ertz was on that team.
Eckler on that team.
And Ertz.
Ertz caught 2 or 3 passes yesterday, but three people stuck out to me in no order.
Baker.
No. Baker did good. Baker was baking yesterday. Don't get me wrong. He only had 6 incompletions.
Thank you.
Yeah, he played good, but I never said he was trash.
Okay.
And I want to be clear when I think Baker just got a bad rap because he plays with a certain kind of energy.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't like. They want to be the traditional. Baker's not that.
He's not that.
Baker like his hair down, but you talking about Oklahoma. Baker,
he's a poor man's Brett Favre,
right?
And I don't want to.
I get it. I
don't like Brett Favre.
But he's a gunslinger. Like I said, he gonna chunk the ball, and then when you got what you got around, like Rashid White played good, Bucky Irvin came good in backup. You got Godwin. You got McMillan dropped one that he would have scored on.
He would have walked in on. Then he
dropped that, but he caught one later, and he got a flag on he got by somebody, but their secondary was porous. But Lamar Jackson Thursday night, this is just me. Certain players are always going to have that kryptonite. Lamar Jackson has won the MVP twice in his 6 years of playing football. The moment is there for you Thursday. And what I love about Harbaugh, if they score, they're going for 2.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes played well enough for him to win. Travis Kelce wasn't that big of a fact. Worthy scored
twice
on his 3, only touched the ball 3 times.
Right.
Okay, so let's fast forward to, or rewind to end of the game. They move on that late drive. He hit Bateman.
You told me he missed.
Zay Flowers, you got to make that play.
Yeah, he got it.
You got to throw it. You got to make that play. And then the one he hit Lively on is that did what he could. Lively just couldn't get his foot in. But what Lively said that kind of intrigued me was that if that's the best that they got,
We're
ready. Now, do you believe that that's the best that they got?
Yeah.
You know that's the best Kansas City gave them?
I think this right here. But I don't know who I picked in the beginning, but now I want to change.
I can tell you.
Give me change my pick. The Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. Lamar's going to take them to the Super Bowl.
But let me say this: in order to get that proverbial monkey off your back,
You got to go beat them.
you got to beat them.
Yeah, I think you know.
And ain't nobody did that but Joe Burrow.
You know what? And they're gonna go in there and beat them in Kansas City.
I mean, it's week 1, so I mean, injury free.
A lot of things.
A lot can happen. But then I'm gonna go to the 1 o'clock game with Kirk Cousins. I really believe that Kirk Cousins is still hurt. Not gonna make excuses, but he's not a mobile quarterback. He's not an agile quarterback.
Well, he's mobile enough.
But no, you got him playing in the pistol.
Oh, you mean
he's not that kind
mobile for that?
Right,
for that.
he's not that kind of. So if he ain't ready, and somebody will say, well, he didn't play preseason, but no. It's 32 guys that played yesterday, and I'm not buying. Oh, it ain't preseason. Kirk Cousins been in the league over 12 years. 36 years old.
Stealing money. Got about $500 million.
I made a bunch of money. Got a bunch guaranteed with us. But my thing is, he didn't play that before the injury. Kirk Cousins lead the league in passing before he got hurt. He wasn't in the pistol part, Ham.
Yeah.
You go again. These emotional fans, they get you're off. You off, brother.
No,
but when he got hurt, I think he's still hurt, and he played nervous because if you got Drake London and in the path that he forced on that last one, that guy was in triple coverage.
Yeah.
You don't make those kind of throws. So I mean, for me, with the schedule that the Falcons got at the gate, we go to Philadelphia next Monday.
That's ugly.
Host Kansas City that Sunday.
Terrible.
Host the Saints. Then short week catch the Bucs. So 4 of our first 5 games are at home. Mm-hmm. We got Bijan. We probably got one of the top 2-3 running back combos in the league.
I'd agree.
Okay.
And got a great tight end.
Well, athletic.
I mean,
but you're not giving the ball. And we got a top 6-7 offensive line.
Yeah, y'all aren't bad.
But that's what I'm saying. But Kirk Cousins has to make plays.
And Pittsburgh had a lot to do with why y'all look like y'all did the other day, too.
But when to hold a team to 6 field goals, can't put it on your defense.
No, you can't. No, I'm saying, but Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh played good. They play. I think Pittsburgh. Yeah, they defense played good. And then
they've always been that way.
And then last but not least, Mr. Massage.
Yeah, they probably want him out of Cleveland immediately, if not sooner.
But you can't put it on there. I mean, and they were saying like he had a couple of linemen that were out, but Deshaun has only played in 12 games since he signed that money. Man. Yeah, you right. TJ Watt was definitely. We ain't blocked him yet. I'm glad he gone.
Yeah,
we ain't blocked him yet, Parham. I'm glad he gone.
Parham, me and Heavy talked about that before you.
Yeah, TJ Watt. Yeah. And I think he gonna go down as better than JJ.
You lost your mind.
What do you mean?
Well, he may because he'll have more success. He'll have more playoff appearances. He'll have. In fact,
wait a minute. How many?
He has more sacks.
How many defensive player of the year he done won?
One. Tell me which one? JJ or TJ?
TJ.
2.
Okay.
JJ won 1.
And he's not even, was he 31?
Yeah.
Okay. Another 3-4 years of playing elite football? We'll see.
They're both first ballot right now.
Okay, I give you that, but I just think Deshaun Watson, just for me, I agree. I agree, Coach. TJ better than his brother. Ain't no doubt in my mind. Yeah, I like JJ. Coach, Ricardo.
Okay.
I agree. I mean, I definitely agree. But we'll see. Like I said, TJ still got some more football to play. So we'll see. But I do believe that Deshaun Watson is now you asking yourself, because Stefanski is definitely on the hot seat. You can't get beat by the Cowboys like they yesterday.
He even be gone.
Okay, now you go to Jacksonville this week. So now Jordan Love is out in Green Bay. They looking at going Malik Willis. Does Jameis Winston come up in the mix anywhere as far as being moved?
I was thinking about that yesterday. I actually thought about that with Minnesota because that Darnold thing ain't gonna work. Don't beat your chest about beating the Giants.
I mean, you beat the Giants, but I mean that's what you want to know. The Falcons 0-1. So I mean that's just
he's not going to be in Atlanta for sure.
Okay, but I'm saying that he did what his team after he won them a game.
I could see him ending up in Cleveland. I could probably end up seeing him ending up. Jameis might get a shot in Cleveland, but
Green Bay's dynamic has totally changed now with Jordan Love.
Yeah,
and you say 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks is what you say.
Okay, but that who's to say it may be longer? You know, you don't know that. But the thing I'm trying to say is that with the North like it is, you got Detroit. Detroit is
you gonna go get Joe Flacco? Or is it?
I would. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
You talking about forgetting Green Bay? Go get Joe Flacco.
Why wouldn't you? You got young guys that can. I mean, even what's crazy. And don't get me wrong, I'm all 8-1-3. Christian Watson has fallen out. He's like 3rd or 4th receiver now.
Yeah,
because you got my boy.
Well, he draws different kind of coverage.
But you got Reed showed out. You got Dobbs. You got about 3 guys that's out there. But I just for me, for Green Bay, you got to get somebody going to stretch the field. And Flacco did that last year in Cleveland.
He definitely turned. He didn't show any love with the football.
And that's what I'm saying. And I think that's the only reason they kept. You can't unload Deshaun because you done paid him.
Right.
You don't give him a whole lot of money, so you can't.
Contract
exactly. Anybody gonna pick that up? So you got to eat it. But now, like I say, Stefanski, like your seat has to be warm because here we go again. Like
we're doing this again.
Yeah. And that was like Parham just said, why's the average quarterback always been? But I think the thing with that problem is that the NFL in all sport, you got that one year he popped off.
He played well.
He played well in Houston, but you talking about highest paid player in the league when you've won maybe 1 or 2 playoff games
and got guaranteed money.
You got guaranteed money. They gave all his money.
Yeah, wow.
You know, Dade got $60 million yesterday. So just like you said, so now what do you give? What do you give C.J. Stroud?
The moon,
basically. And he ain't wrong for asking for it.
No.
You know, and if his
Dak wasn't wrong for what he got. I thought that.
But it's a quarterback-driven league. So, I mean, I totally get it. That's even like Jamar Chase. And we talked about this. You know, we had a discussion where Blue talked about this. My boy Blue Lou was saying that his sons agreed that Jamar should hold out. And I said, well, there's 1 or 2 ways to look at it. You want to get your money, but the Bengals, they definitely trying him.
Yeah,
he's 101st ranked.
But they're we know that's who that organization is.
Right. But you pay Burrow.
That's who that organization is.
But that's what I'm saying. But you got to pay other people. If you went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, 2 years ago, and actually could have went back, he was in the mix again. But on that call where they kicked the field goal late, you right there again. So I mean, and Joe Burrow's probably the only player that can say, I beat Patrick Mahomes. I have a better record against Patrick Mahomes. They play this week, so I think Mahomes will probably even it up. But if Jamar Chase is not signed, and this is where I go back to Cincinnati's front office.
They'll sign him this week.
You got to sign him. You got to sign T. Higgins. You got to bring them in.
And Higgins was hurt yesterday.
Higgins was hurt, but I'm saying, but it's like, you can't tell me it's 100 receivers. He's the 101st highest paid wide receiver in the league.
That's disrespectful.
As hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just like Babe Ruth just said, they didn't pay Chad. They didn't pay AJ Green.
That's what I was talking about.
Right.
I said that's who that organization is.
Right. So I mean, and I think that's the troubling part because you have so many pieces that Cincinnati. Like I said, you know, I got one on here, Zach Carter. You know, went to Florida. You know, you got to pay. You got to pay your guys. You know, it's like when it was troubling last year to see Mike Evans. Possible that they weren't going to pay us. How do you not pay Mike Evans?
Exactly.
How do you not pay Mike Evans? You know, and Baker got his money. You know, but you got your players should get paid. There should be don't drag them out. I understand it's a business, and to me, I really believe that Jerry Jones knew that same thing with San Fran. They knew they were going to pay Ayuk and Trent Williams.
Of course they did.
They drug it out, but pay him and be through with it.
Well, you got to do salary caps a different way. Salary caps make it a little bit different, but yeah.
But you could get them. You can front load their deal where they get a large signing bonus, because even like Dak, his 240, 231 is guaranteed.
Right.
That's a lot of money. That's guaranteed.
For Dak, he earned it.
Not saying that he didn't.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, but the market has allowed to where when Deshaun got his money 5 years ago, everybody went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He got paid guaranteed money. And even like right now, Mahomes is not even one of the top 10 guys for our salaries.
Exactly.
Quarterback.
And he seems to be okay with it.
Because he looks at he has things going on outside of football.
And that Royals thing, too.
You get the Royals, but like I say, they winning.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can see other guys getting their money, I'm going to get my money. Because just like they just said, somebody talked about, I saw Keyshawn hates a review. I saw Keyshawn, prayers to your sister. I saw Keyshawn, he talked about Lamar Jackson. And how is it that he's won MVP twice and there are no endorsements for him?
Right.
Patrick Mahomes is on everything.
And Keyshawn said, I could help him out with that. But
right. But I think, but the narrative is, I think once again, people are nervous by the black athlete.
Because it's his look.
It's the look. I can take it because Mahomes ain't together.
Well,
his hat don't be together, but like I said, but Lamar, he from the South, from Florida.
Right.
He got that twang when he talk, you know what I'm saying? Man, he do that, but once again, he's a good kid, ain't never been in no trouble. Never. And that's the thing that's frustrating is that we put these guys on platforms to where they're great athletes, but Lamar comes back every year and does something in I forgot the name of the city. It's not Pompano. I forgot what city he's. Not Boynton Beach, but it's a small outside of Fort Lauderdale or in Miami area. He comes every year and they do like a big thing. Deerfield. I said Deerfield Beach. Thank you, Torres. So he does something every year for his hometown. And that's what I go, even like you talking about in the community, we got so many kids that come from here, go play ball. Do you know what that impact will be? If you saw a kid, and I'm going back to, we talked to Mike when Mike came on the show and kicked it. And he understands that we have, at this platform, we got a responsibility.
Yeah. We
got to give back. And I think that's the thing that when you see kids that make it, and you talk about these little league programs, so just imagine if a kid from Tampa who's in the league come back on his bye week and go to a practice with the kids.
All right. Or just even
that impact, just off season. Nelson had a camp. He does a camp. Zach Carter just did a camp. And we got several kids. I'm not calling people out, but I'm just making an observation.
Right.
It's all responsibilities that they have. And they got to take that and they got to own it. So just my thought. We're going to take our last break and we're finna get into the Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13. So before we do anything, also give a shout out to my man Conan's Mike Tridd, best barbecue in the city, man. Argue with your mama about that one. Go check them out, 813-870-0404. Don't call, just go in on 11:30 to 7 on Thursdays, noon to 7. 11:30 to 9 on Friday, noon to 9 on Saturday, Sunday, noon to 7. So good groceries. And we come back, we'll have that Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13 for you on when you come back. Once again, this beautiful lady behind us, man, we're doing it for you tonight, Whitney, man. So rest on, sweetheart. We'll be right back. Thank you. All right, good people. This is the last segment of Chop Shop. Don't have a guest tonight to do rapid fire with, but I want to definitely, give a shout out to my baby brother Nick Wilson. Doing great work. I had a little team party yesterday. I got to touch base with him and see how that came out. So if you don't mind, Torre, please put them good folks. There we go. Boss Hog and Company, Your Load, Our Strength. Renee North Smith do a lot of great stuff in the community. Check them out, reneeadmin.smith at bosshoggllc.com. Main office 813-364-4390. Desk 813-419-1620. And as we get into the Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13, let's recognize Wingstop first. We got 10 locations. They got more, but these are the ones that we rock with, so they help keep the lights on.
That means they got 10.
Huh?
That means they have
10. 10. Yeah, I don't care about the other ones. So these are 10 I rock with. So 23048 Florida Highway 54, 813-705-9464. 1219 Bruce B. Downs, 813-536-0222. If you're about Club Alibi like Waldo say, right there in the trap, 2115 East Hillsboro, 813-559-1527. Old School Club Joy, 10019 North Dale Mabry, 813-374-3566. If you're out there Polk County, go by Club Kathleen, 4217 South Florida, 863-450-2353. If you're about Old Malibu, 14915 North Florida, 813-851-0088. The two newest locations they done put up, 8436 West Hillsboro, 813-736-9464. Way out there in town, the country, and then right there, your neck of the woods, South Dale Mabry, over there, Kennedy Dale Mabry, 813-551-20. That's the closest one, too.
Yeah.
551-2423. 93, where it all started, 9305 North 56th Street, 813-373-5174. And Chop Shop headquarters, 2776 North Fowler, 813-903-9464.
There you go.
So with that being said, I'm going to get Waldo picks later on this week. As we look right now, we got Doss has 48 wins. I got 47. Waldo got 43. Some pivotal games this week, so I'm going to let Torres pull up the games at hand. So we go out first. Yeah, definitely got to give a shout out to Jack Cunningham, quarterback at, what school is he at?
The University of Thomas Jefferson High School.
Jack won Player of the Week this week, threw for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a commanding win over George Jenkins High School out of Lakeland. They won 41-7. So, Jack, we got to get out there to Jefferson.
Where?
University of Jefferson, excuse me, Thomas Jefferson High School. I do apologize to drop that gift card out to you. So, for that, my apology. So, let's go ahead and run that. Okay, we're jumping out. Tampa County University Christian. TC got to travel. TC done got monkey stomped the last 2 weeks. CCC and Bishop of Rowe.
Blowed.
What they do at University Christian? What you thinking?
They keep it going.
University Christian?
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got to try University Christian. I ain't ready for TC yet. Another shellacking Cardinal Mooney at Lato. Cardinal Mooney beat undefeated Lakeland Chamberlain team 51-12.
Well, y'all might want to close your eyes.
Yeah, that might be out of hand. So anybody with kids at Cardinal Mooney, call your grandkids. They gonna play. Call the grandparents. They gonna play this week.
A lot.
Everybody play the week at Cardinal Mooney, but they gonna bust the clock on Lato. I don't want to offend nobody, but that's gonna get out of hand.
Yeah.
Little rivalry right here. Sickles at Chamberlain. Sickles 1-2. Chamberlain 2-1.
What are they calling now? The Hurricane?
The Storm.
Storm. I know it's some foolishness. Let's go with the Storm.
I'm gonna take Sickles. I gotta try something, so I'm going with Sickles. Okay.
You want to try something? Try Lato.
No. You can't pull Lato on me.
Oh.
Yes, you can't pull Lato on me. Yeah, I defer.
Spoto
at King. TuBoy, you my brother, you my partner, but
Spoto.
Yeah, that Dre coach basketball, but we get Dre over that football, try to work with them. That King take it. They lost Freedom last week. I said, Lord have mercy. They let Freedom beat them?
No, Freedom beat them because they wanted to.
That's true. Proceed, Torres. The Mike Williams Bowl. Warden traveling to Robinson. Warden just got the clock bust on them, 74 a couple weeks ago, traveling to Robinson.
No. Give me Robinson.
I like Warden to bounce back on this one. So, you like Robinson? Okay.
Yeah, give me Robinson.
I'm taking Warden. Land Lakes at Zephyr Hill. Zephyr Hill just got whooped last week by Wild-Grab,
right.
28-14.
I looked at it. I said, he right. I wonder what's going on there in Z Hills. Z Hills, I'm going to ride with y'all.
I'm going to ride with them, too.
I'm going to ride with y'all.
And our last game with 9 ranked teams, Hillsboro, a good rivalry about 17, 18 years ago. Hillsboro traveling to Middleton. Hey, man, my nephew over there, man, I'm locked in. So, Middleton, do your thing, nephew.
Give me them raggedy terriers.
You can have them, but I'm riding with Middleton. So, I'm standing on that. So, let's go. Let's slide over to the 13. I mean, honorable mention first. Okay, here we go. Berkeley Prep dropped. Berkeley Prep was our number 1 out the gate. And in 4 weeks, they done failed. Now they travel to Sarasota Riverview. That's gonna be tough.
Give me a Riverview. Actually, I want to play the week against him. Give me Sarasota Riverview.
Sarasota Riverview?
Yeah, Berkeley Prep was just coming in.
Okay. So you taking Berkeley?
No, I just said give me Riverview.
Okay. Pelham, I'm riding with you, man. Dallas over there, Joe Troop over there.
Love
my nephew went there. That's what I'm going with, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm going to keep my comment to myself as to what I think about what's going on at Berkeley. But
okay.
You know what I think, but go ahead.
Strawberry Crest, undefeated, will be tested this week, hosted the Alonzo Ravens. They got to come all the way from West Chase.
Give me Crest.
I'm going to take Crest at the house, too. Give me Crest, too. Okay. Old school Battle of Progress Village right here, East Bay, hosting Bloomingdale.
They just arrested somebody at Bloomingdale, didn't they, for some kind of threat? Give me East Bay.
Well, DeWine, I'm gonna ride with you, man. Y'all over there at Bloomingdale. I'm gonna take Bloomingdale.
East Bay.
I'm gonna take Bloomingdale. You got East Bay. Okay. Let's get into the meat of the schedule. Super 13. Here we go.
Should become the university.
Carrollwood Day. Back in after the impressive win at Berkeley, traveling to Sarasota to play Booker High.
Give me Booker.
Y'all like Booker too.
That's fool's gold.
Okay, Self the Christian. They've never been ranked this high. Number 12, hosting Northside Christian.
They're going to the North. Oh no, Northside's coming there. Give me Northside.
I'm gonna take Self the Christian, man. I'm on Self the Christian. A little homie from the church, my little nephew at the church. He played for him.
Newsom.
No, I'm telling you Sumner just got back. They jumped on Warden.
It's gonna be a good game.
Newsom, they play smart, they hard to beat, they don't make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
But I'm gonna ride with the Stingrays on this. And if I'm wrong, then I'll be wrong.
All right, I like they style of football.
Yeah, I know you just well documented. The 0-3 Blake Yellow Jackets.
Might be by a field goal while your mouth over there moving so good.
That's fine. I'm telling you, hey, one thing about like the late great Cootie P said, the game got to be played. Won't be nowhere near here. And you can't call in sick.
There you go.
The Blake Yellow Jackets, who I had as number 9 to start the season, has not won a game this season.
I was disappointed in that.
Traveling to
and they still will not have won a game.
Yeah, they traveled to a bad Jesuit who lost to Valdosta. John Arroyo was at the game. He said they brought 15 buses from Valdosta for the game. 15 buses, and that's school spirit. But we can't even get a bus to take kids out of town. I said that's frustrating. That's terrible. So we both got Jesuit.
We said we're not doing it.
Okay, we got Jesuit. Okay. Another undefeated team we got out here.
Hey.
They undefeated.
No, back at that. No, he went flip forward.
Okay. Go back to the last game of the Greg Doss Bowl, the 2 schools he attended, started out, had Brad there, then
went to the university.
Took his talents over to Carver City and graduated from
the university.
So, that's going to be unanimous.
My greatest accomplishment. Yeah, let's go to the university.
Okay. Let's slide down and go to our next set of games.
If I didn't have a weak stomach, I go watch this bus.
Another undefeated team, Leonard, hosts Gateway out of Orlando.
I don't know about this Orlando team.
I'm taking Leonard. I'm on the Kool-Aid right now. I'm taking Leonard.
You think they're real? Give me Gateway.
Okay, no problem. That'll be different. Number 6, Plant City, hosting Riverview. Riverview been taking 8 lumps this year, and Plant City, they all right.
Plant City.
Okay. One of our game of the weeks, number 5, Plant High, traveling down There's a battle at Hillsboro, so they're gonna come down. Well, no, not Hines. They're gonna come down. They could take Hines to Hillsboro, swing that right. 5 against number 4. Plant beat Carrollwood down the gate. Got pushed around by Gaither, but did beat Robinson 59 donut. Who you like in that?
I think I actually like.
Tech played Armwood tough, took him to the door, so it's gonna be Tech for me.
I think it's gonna be a letdown, and not give me Tech.
Okay. Another one on games of the week. Number 3, Durant traveling to Armwood. Armwood was tested last week. Durant lost a tough one. I only dropped them 1 slot. They lost the gate in overtime. Yeah, Party, I'm sorry. 2-2 looks realistic around 10:30 this upcoming Friday.
Gaither by a mile.
Yeah, Battle of Carrollwood, Northdale, Mayberry. Gaither hosting Steinbrenner.
Call your grandparents.
Yeah, this is another game where everybody gonna play. So if you got grandkids that play for Gaither, this is the game to come see them. Little Johnny and little Jimmy, they getting in this game and gonna play probably second quarter.
Even some of the kids that get the ball run the wrong way gonna probably play.
Yeah. Yeah, they might have a couple guys, from Intramural might play in PE come out and play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna conclude the Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13. If you don't mind, Torres, pull up the New Edition tribute tomorrow in the Zoom room. Anybody interested, just reach out to me and get the link. Yeah, we doing that tribute tomorrow. Not the Michael Jackson, Torres. That was last week. That was 2 weeks ago, Torres.
He said he don't love her.
Yeah, don't even work, Torres. Don't even work. We'll skip. Just pull up everyone.
That's a pretty nice little banner thing you have for the NE Heartbreak.
Yeah, they're gonna be good. The New Edition tribute gonna be hot.
Derek know.
Yeah, Derek did the playlist.
Oh yeah,
that's her group. So I said her birthday Thursday. So I'm gonna let her go ahead and do that.
Happy birthday, baby girl.
And then also, don't worry about it. Let's put everyone eats. I got to put this out. I know we're gonna borrow time right now, so no fun get to watch this game. So you always, every time around this time of the year, man, I get out and ask people to help. As far as I make donations, I spoke with one man, my good brother Mike Trigg, down there at Conan's. So we set a goal to feed 1,000 people. So what we're doing a little something different this year. I'm reaching out, ask people to help donate, give what you can, it all adds up. But I got 12 businesses, and I want to salute them. Actually, Waldo and Tariva jumped it off with King's Care. Actually, no, excuse me, Big Back Cuisine / King's Care. They doing week 1, and we got GD Naps right to my right. They week 8. So what we're gonna do is every week in the NFL, the most total points scored in a game will be your minimum donation. So if anybody wants to chip in, he match it. I'm gonna match it probably 4 or 5 weeks that we do it. But the goal is to feed 1,000 people. So whatever you give, it all adds up. So I want to thank y'all for just kicking it with us tonight. Like I said, we lost Whitney, man, yesterday. That's tough. I just sit back and look at life. Life is so precious, man, but it's so important to tell people you love them while they're here, man, because it's real.
Yeah.
It's real, and to sit back and think, I think as a young kid, I'd never experienced that kind of trauma, but to lose your mama, I don't wish I don't know about it, bro. So, any big plans for you this week?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. That's why we're doing the Zoom at 7:30 to get it party a little bit, then get ready for the debate at 9. Torres, I know you'll be locked and loaded front and center. So I know y'all will probably be beefing tomorrow sometime. I just hope y'all get through it.
I'll be working. I'm going to have to watch it on replay.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be a good thing, nigga. You be clowning. So, hey, like I said, for Waldo and Tariva, prayers to y'all. We definitely praying for you.
Absolutely.
Torres doing his thing as normal, and Greg Dawson here with me. So, hey, just real quick, keep God first. Love your family. When you see us, holler. We'll catch y'all next Monday. Good night.